Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself up here on the show this morning is Albert. Morning, Albert.
Well, mate, sorry about that being late.
That's all right. I'll just go straight into the team news. The team, a lot of talking points. McGregor, Tavernier, Suter, Davis, Barisic, Jack, Raskin, Cantwell, Tillman, Kent and Alfredo Morelos. Substitutes McLaughlin, Ridvan Lundstrom, Hadji, Cholak, Kamara, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Arfield. Thoughts, Albert?
What's happened to Golson?
Injured.
Oh, good. This is incredible. All right, so it's Jack, what's it, Jack, Raskin and who?
Cantwell,
right. Right, okay, and up front is Kent, Morelos and Tillman. Good grief. Nobody picked that team. I think anybody came close to that team.
Well, I suppose the boys that came closer to the three at the back because they had Suter in their team, yeah. Obviously, there were rumours going about yesterday that Golson wasn't fit, but you hear these things all the time and it's getting the fruition through. We also heard one yesterday that Alfredo wasn't going to be in the squad, so that turned out to be bollocks. So, as per it is, but the big talking points for me will be obviously Suter coming in for Golson. Big game for Suter. Wish him my best of luck, and we'll see how good he is and see how good Golson is if he's not playing. Obviously, Raskin coming into midfield, Lundstrom going out, and then Morelos starting will be a talking point for people, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
Tillman starting, people didn't think you could fit him in and Cantwell in, and big changes all over. Hopefully, the midfield looks a bit more mobile.
Aye, I get that. Aye. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, mate. We'll get these phone lines opened right away because it'll be interesting to see what people are thinking, yeah?
Aye, let's hear it. Let's hear for the guys.
Let's hear from
and lasses.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from
you. Well, thoughts?
That's a good enough team, isn't it? It looks a good enough team. I mean, I've no any complaints about it. No, I mean, you're sitting going, Morelos turns up, Big Suter has a good game, usual. All I'm looking for, Ox, is as long as we compete over the 90 minutes, let's start with that and build for that. So I want them all to compete. That's the big problem I've got with them. So I don't, with this changes in the team, that might rally them a bit more as well. I quite look at it, to be honest with you.
What does it say that Michael Beale thinks of Lundstrom?
Well, I think he's sending him a message, mate. I think he's sending him a message saying, look, I don't fancy you anymore. You've let me down too many times. You're not playing the role I want you to play, or you're not doing what I'm expecting you to do. You're saying it in the training, you're talking about it when I'm talking to you, but when you actually get onto these games and put you in the park, you slip into this. I don't know what he slips into, but I know some of it's partly tactical, and he's playing to orders, a bit dropping back to the back four. And I mean, that's orders. Obviously, that's tactical. That's orders. But when he's actually in the midfield, he's not winning the ball, and he's not driving with the ball. And that's what he's. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I think he's there to do. He thinks he's there to be a deep line holding midfielder, and he's never that in a million years, mate. Let's be honest about it. He's not got the vision. He's not got the passing ability for a start for that. So he's a driving midfielder. So I think Beale's just tell him now it's up to yourself, innit? If you want to stay at Ibrox and extend contracts, blah blah blah. When you do get your chance, you need to start showing me something. Really, really showing me something. Interesting. Really interesting. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think he's played well. I mean, the last good game I mind him having was against them in January. I mean, we're nearly in the middle of April, so let's be honest. He done all right at Tynecastle that night. He played well enough, so credit where it's due. But consistently, he's not been great for us. Anyway, we've been joined by David. Morning, David.
Evening, guys.
Hi, David.
Morning, David.
Looking forward to the kick-off, so I'm just looking at the team now. I've got a sneaky suspicion we might be playing a back three. I I really liked Jack and Raskin last time he played.
Who's the back three, mate?
I think it was going to be Suter, Davies, and maybe Jack as a kind of sweeper role.
No chance. Absolutely no chance. Yeah, Albert?
No, I don't think that will happen. No, we need Jack further forward than that. But you never know, David. You never know. Stranger things have happened, mate. We never usually get it right on this show anyway, so you might be right, mate. You might be right.
Carry on. So you're lining the team up with that, and then you've got Borner and Tav further forward, and what's the rest of the midfield?
I think Raskin and Cantwell, Tillman will play maybe a centre attacking midfielder. I really like Jack and Raskin together. They seem to play really well together already. And obviously Cantwell's been a dream since he came in. Kent will play the normal role that he plays anyway. It's just what Morelos we're going to get today. That's always the question when you play Morelos, though. It's whether or not he's going to get to where he needs to get to. I really do think...
big game for Alfie, I think, in the supporters' eyes, if that makes sense, Albert.
Aye, it's a lot of them are on. I know it sounds ridiculous to say it, but a lot of them are on trial now. If the ones that are wanting to stay, I don't know if Alfie still wants to stay at Rangers, but if he does want to stay, this is definitely a proving ground for him today. He needs to get involved in the game, and I mean a good way. I don't mean a crazy, stupid way. I mean a good way. If he gets involved in the way we know he can play, well, he might change his mind and want to stay. Aye, but.
I think he's been linked with a lot of different English clubs the new to what I thought the rumours are to believe, but you never believe rumours until they actually become true, because you get linked to anybody and everybody at any point.
I don't know, the rumours about all pair are all true.
All the bad ones are all true anyway, the good ones are not true. I think, David, it'll be the back four, Jack and Raskin sitting. We Cantwell, Kent and Tillman in behind Morelos. And
how are you lining that up, mate? How are you lining that up there, Albert?
It's 4-2-3-1.
Right, so who's playing where in the three in front of the midfield?
I think it's going to be floating, mate. I don't think that any of the three are going to be stuck with a rigid position. It's going to be a floating. And I think they play better when you let the three off a leash and go where they want to go.
That's
Do you know anything about what's happened with Golson? I wonder why he's been left at the team.
We heard yesterday there was an injury involved, mate, so we'll maybe hear from the manager before the game starts.
I think Shooter's been alright so far, but I think this is a chance for him to take a claim in the team.
Could be a hero, Albert.
Aye. Put it this way, it's a sink or swim job, isn't it? It's a test for him. He's not getting it easy, put it that way.
No, big game. Hopefully he's fit enough to get him through. Anyway, we've been joined by Bazza. Morning. Well, good morning to you, Bazza.
Aye, it's definitely morning here, still dark outside.
Myrtle Beach, yeah? Alright for some.
How are you doing, mate? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on.
Aye, no heard from you, how's things?
Aye, no bad, mate, no bad. Just wanted to give you boys a quick call and talk about the team today. What I would like to say is I think, I know we will, we're Bears, but I think all the boys need to get behind Big Suter today. We've been throwing a few curveballs before with players being injured, going to parties. But now it's this boy's time to stand up and be counted and make a name for himself.
Being a Scottish lad, you know what it means to Bazza, yeah?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he can play the way he played against us in the cup final last year, he'll do no bad today. But yeah, it's about time he stood, came out for his injury and proved himself. But I think for the midfield, I think other than Goldson, this is kind of the team that I was looking at. I think with the boy Raskin in there, he gives us that drive for the midfield forward rather than sideway passing, a bit like Barry Ferguson done. and we can't well and Tillman ahead of him. I think we look good going forward. We just need to keep it tight and have a big Braveheart performance at the back.
Olga?
That's a good point, mate. They really need to stand up for it today. That's the big question, isn't it? You need to stand up for it today and be up for it. Be competitive all over the park for 90 minutes. And I think if we do that, I think we're in for a good game. We're really in for a good game because don't do a cup final. Don't waste a full half before you get started. Bill's been groaning about it himself. For the word go, get in their faces. Switched on for the first whistle. That's where they need to be. May caught out with stupid, quick shies and silly, quick free kicks and stuff like that. Keep switched on, and I think we'll be fine. Absolutely fine.
Well, just as you said, Albert, the quick throw-ins, the quick tempo, the high pace of the game. Rangers didn't like that, and we didn't stand up against that and against them when Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was in as a manager. But the way we play with Beale is he likes fast tempo. He likes being at it. And that's what we need to do. We need to be, within inches of them and be right on top of them. Put the pressure on them. They never stand up well against teams that do that to them. Look at Bodo Glimt in Europe. They were all over them, no giving them a minute's peace. That's how we need to perform against them. If we do that for a full 90 minutes, then we can get the result here today.
Talking about somebody who's never quick, we've been joined by Andy for Leeds. Morning, Andrew.
Good morning. Good morning, chaps. Morning. I'm not too uncertain of the team other than Morales playing. I would have stuck Colic in with that line-up that he's put there. And obviously Suter being in because Golston's injured. I think they're up for it. We should man up. But the thing is, like you were saying about the shies and all that, that's down to players not being tuned in. And that's just basic mistakes. You cut them out, you wouldn't have half the problems, would you? So they have to go out there absolutely bang on this morning. Or, when we kick off there and be right up for it. They've been telling us that we'll see a different Rangers, so I'm quite intrigued to see whether we're going to see one today. Right. We will not let them down,
I hope you're right. I tell you, we'll go to the manager if you don't mind getting yourselves on mute, mate, and we'll hear what the manager's got to say.
Michael Arnold from Derby here at Parkhead. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Excited, looking forward to the game. I think it'll be a good game. We've obviously come here and picked a really front foot team and want to get up after the game quickly. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the boys respond. They've had a good training week and now I'm glad the talking's over and we can get on with the game.
Yeah, and on team news, Connor Goldson's missing today. Can you just explain that one to us?
Yeah, right at the end of training, yes, he had a problem with his hip flexor. We thought it might be okay, but unfortunately not. So it's a big loss, of course, because he's been fantastic since he's come back into the team. We'll get a scan on Monday and see the extent of that. Now, John's been fit for 2 months, training well, and he's been waiting for this opportunity, and what a fantastic one it is for him.
Yeah, and like you say there, John Suter comes in, Nico Raskin as well. What are you hoping they can bring to the side today? We need to get up to people and be closer out of possession. We need to try and feed Ryan Kent, Malik and Todd Cantwell the ball as much as we can in attacking areas and join it with our fullbacks. And I just feel that Nico's aggressiveness in terms of his pressing and his forward passing will complement Ryan Jack well. And the squad are on a strong run in the league. There must be confidence heading into the game to take momentum from that. Yeah, we're in 10 consecutive league victories. We've been showing good form, certainly away from home, where there's been space for us to go and run and play into. And it's important we come here and show the truest version of ourselves. And I think if we do, it'll be a really good game. And it's a big opportunity for our players to step up and show a different face. And I know the motivation's big, but now it's about performing, and the talking needs to be done out there on the grass.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
There's a new one for you, Albert. Hip flexor.
A hip flexor, eh? We can invent these new injuries or so we can, by the way. A hip flexor. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'll tell you what though, boys. You know what? I'll give them kudos for for owning up to it. You know, there's been Rangers players before that would have went in there and played injured and no done any good for us. So I mean, give him kudos for standing up and saying, look, I can't make it today.
Listen, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll get criticised. Andy, for league sense, he should have took a tablet out there and played with one leg, didn't you, Andy?
Oh, definitely. There's other parts of your body that you can inflict damage on people, isn't there? Let's put it that way. He's more or less said what we're all saying. It's just, I hope the players buy into the way he's thinking, the way we as fans are thinking. If we do that, we might get a good day here, you know. A great boost if we could get some kind of result here. They get good lining up for that semi-final. Maybe that would install a bit more belief in them, and if we could go up there and play well and get a good result. You know, football's funny, isn't it? You know, these things happen right enough. I don't know, the team looks all right. Let's see whether Morales wants to come up for it and come up and want to play and get stuck into him right enough, you know. If he gets up in that box and all right, gets the ball that he gets to him, instead of passing it back out to another player, have a shot. You know, see what happens. Sashin, maybe feel a wee bit sorry for him right enough, because he seems to really get up for it, and doesn't he? And he has a go at him. You know, he fears him with his pace, so maybe that one right enough. You know, but he's picked the team now, so we'll go with it, don't we?
I agree with you, but I think you know what? See, let them tire. They're always 60, 75 minutes. That's when they tend to tire out. So that's a good time to bring Fashion Sakara and players like that on with a bit of pace, stretch them in the wide areas.
All right, I'll just give the team for the people joining us. McGregor, Tavernier, Suter, Davis and Barisic is the back four and the goalkeeper. Midfield three of Barisic, Jack and Raskin. Sorry, Jack, Raskin and Cantwell. And up front, Tillman, Kent, Morelos, or a mixture of that. I'd be interested to see how we line up, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. What Albert said. Substitutes are McLaughlin, Redfern, Lundstrom, Hadji, Cholak, Kamara, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Arfield, Albert.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm quite happy with that team, by the way. Especially now we're trying to build a team, we're going forward. It's not just of course, we want to win it. Of course, we want to win it. But it's also about the future. And 3 or 4 of the players are the future, you know what I mean? So I'm quite happy with it. And I'm confident with it as well. If they play and turn up and compete, get in with a shout. That's all you can ask for, mate. And that's all we're looking for. Just compete. Just get, as he's saying, get in their faces. Just make sure you're not standing miles after them and letting them stroke the ball about. Just get in their faces. They don't like it, mate. They think they're a brilliant team and they think they've got brilliant players, but you look at like any team that gets hassled don't like it. You're not the same player when there's somebody climbing over the top of you. Every time you get the ball, or you even get a sniff of the ball, you're in your face. You know what I mean? So that's what you need to do. You need to knock them after their stride. You need to exploit their weaknesses, and there's plenty of them. We've got weaknesses, they've got weaknesses, but we need to get to them. We don't exploit their weaknesses enough.
Hi. Fox has just messaged me. He's looked at the team. There's no cover at centre back, Andy. I would imagine that's Lundstrom's role if anything happened there.
Yeah, well, they've played him there before, haven't they? So if Suter breaks down or Davis, he'll be the one that comes in, I think, right enough. So I can't say I'm happy about that. Wouldn't say better stay fit, Suter. But no, that'll be his cover right enough, you know. I'm intrigued with Suter. As I said before, the problem we have, we can't keep him fit. I liked him right from Dundee United right enough. I think he's a very good defender. He's strong, good in the air, and he's not afraid of getting his foot in there right enough. So I hope it goes well for the boy. I hope he don't break down or out like his big game and all that. You know what I mean? Waited long enough now. And I think he has a real good game, you know, and he plays really well. And he comes through it and stays fit. I'll keep him in the team.
He's the only one making his debut in an Old Firm game. Bazza.
Yeah, no, it's important that he plays well today. It really is. But I think the boy Raskin, I think it could be very important for him today and show us what we've got going forward and how important that he could possibly be to Beale's set up going forward. I think he's hugely important today, Raskin. I really do.
It'll either be Lionel Messi after the game or Lionel Blair, Albert.
What's that, mate?
Well, let's hope it's Messi.
It'll either be Lionel Messi after the game or Lionel Blair.
The good thing about Suter is you've just pointed out, he's played the park either.
Raskin or Raskin, mate. Raskin.
Or Raskin. Oh, Raskin.
Please, listen. Carry on.
I'm too excited, mate. You got Raskin. Aye. It's one of the ones, isn't it? It's. I think the wee boy will do fine. He's got a good calm head about him. No, I mean, he looks like he's a calm player. They're not saying he's a bulldog and all that. I don't think he does that. I think he's a very calm player, very calculated. Trouble is, you don't want him to own the ball, carrying the ball too far. You know what I mean? Some of the younger boys get a wee bit carried away, carry the ball a wee bit too far instead of releasing it. Apart from that, the boys get talent. You can see he is a player. Same as Cantwell, they're players. Tillman, they're all players. I'm quite happy with him. I'm really happy with him.
I'm glad that Cantwell. I'm interested to see what he's playing, Andy. Is he playing in front of the two in the midfield? Is he playing in the right with Tillman playing in there when we're out of possession? Because Cantwell's maybe more mobile, if that's fair, than Tillman.
Yeah, I think he might come up just off the midfield in behind him, float about. I think he'll get a bit of a freedom role. I like him. I like the way he plays. There's something about him. I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be top notch. On Raskin, I'm really pleased he's playing right enough. But I hope you get a good 70, because what worried me about Raskin and his lack of fitness in the last 20 minutes, he was short passing and getting caught a wee bit. So, hopefully he gets better on that one. The fact that he's been out a bit again sort of broke his momentum a wee bit. But I'm interested to watch it. I think Raskin's going to be a good player for us. They're the ones that, as you said, they're Raskin. We're going to keep Tillman and Redburn. These are ones that we're watching from now to the end of the season, because they're the ones that's going to be forward. They're the fair players that we've got in the team. And it's up to be able to go out and find some big, strong, hard guys that's going to go around and blend the team together. So the ones that we think are going to stay are the ones that I'm keeping my eyes on now. I just hope we go out and have a great game. Big game for them. Both Tillman, he's died in the last two, so he owes us one there right enough, and his self. So let's see if he can grow up in this game today and score a couple of goals that he seems to be able to do at times. So yeah, I'm intrigued with the youngsters. But come on, let's get it done. You know what I mean? We want to be on here after the show, don't we? Getting it live.
All right, that's plenty, Isa. That's plenty.
There you go. I was just getting warmed up then.
You can feel the nerves and the tension in the air, Bazza. These two guys usually say nothing.
Well, I don't know about that. I hear them on here gassing away often.
Sorry, nothing I said. Sorry, I missed that bit out. Sorry. Carry on, Bazza.
Sorry, no, what I was saying is, I hope all you boys have a good day. I'm sitting here just cracked open a wee bottle of wine that somebody sent me last week. So, I hope you all have a great day, boys. I'll be back on to listen to the show afterwards, and I'll clear the phone line and give someone else a chance to
just before you go, Bazza, just let people know where Myrtle Beach is.
It's in South Carolina, which is just north of. It's on the eastern coast of America, so it's just north of Florida. But I'm coming back home to Scotland in August. Surprised the wife, bringing her back home in August. She's not been home since she moved here 4 years ago. So we're coming back for 10 days in August. So, what booze are you boys normally drinking? I'll pop in and see you.
All your mate, all your for the West End, East End, next to Ibrox for all your mate.
I'm definitely, as I say, I'm back for a bit.
Contact us near the time, Bazza, yeah?
I will do, and I'll pop in the boozer and buy you boys a beer.
I'm sure we'll see you all right. Great to talk to you, mate. You take it easy, enjoy the game.
All right, thanks for having me on again, guys, and I'll speak to you
soon.
Cheers, boys.
No, but that'd have been a better story if he was going to surprise the wife and come home for the first time in 4 years, wouldn't it?
What really surprised me, he's kept a bottle of wine in the house for a week. Oh, that's impressive.
Aye. A bottle of anything in Andy's house. Right. We've got legs in there, we've got youth, we've got ability. I think what we need is it's attitude and concentration, Andy.
Yeah, that's what we're asking for, aren't we? You know, like you think back and you shudder, don't you, at that last one where, you know, they were getting shies and we were just turning our back and walking away and they got the shy off and resulted in a couple of goals. They can't be doing that. You know, they shouldn't need anything. You know, this game's, it's what it's all about. You know, you've got to be bang on. You've got to be bang on when you're fought all the way down. How are you going to make mistakes? They happen right enough. You know, somebody might have a wee bit of skill that does a guy. As long as you get 110%, go in there and show us that you want to play and you want to let them know that, wait a minute, we're sitting there rolling over to you. We're not taking it anywhere. And if we get that, no matter what the score is, it sets us up for the semi-final and going forward. Come on, just put a heart in it. Play for it. Play for the fans. They think they're going to roll us over here. Go out there and show them, well, wait a minute, we're going to shock you. A couple of their players out. A couple of different things happening in the Rangers team. Strange things happening in all firm games, folks. Happens all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've not seen their team yet. I'll see if I can get a hold of their team. All bear attitude, concentration. Sometimes I know you want heart in this game, but sometimes the games that win it play with the heat.
Cool head, mate. Cool head. Attitude, of course. Aggression, of course. Controlled aggression, aye, absolutely. But a cool head, mate. A cool head. That's why I'm just going back to it. I know I was talking about, so I'm going back to Suter. He's experienced all this before at Parkhead, you know what I mean, with Heart. So he's not like going in like a brand new player up for England or for somewhere else. He's done it all before, so that's how I'm reasonably confident about him settling in quite quickly. The two you really need to take to switch on that I'm really looking switched on is Tav and Barisic. They better be switched on today, the two of them. No nonsense for the two of them.
Their team's Hart, Johnson, Vickers, Starfelt, Taylor, McGregor, Moyle, O'Reilly, Jota, Maida and Kyogo. Yeah, so there's obviously one of the players has not made it, and then we'll see where it takes us. When you see that 11, there's nothing to fear, mate. Nothing to fear. They just need to get and play.
Exactly. Through the competition, let's see where we get to. Put it in for 90 minutes, let's see where we get to. That's all I'm asking for. Just put the effort in. Just make sure you're competing. Because I don't think that they'll understand what's happening, because they've strolled Scottish football all season with no competition whatsoever. So let's see what they've got when we've actually put a fight up.
Aye. Listen, I know it's a bit flippant, Andy, when I say we play, we win. What I mean is, if we play to our maximum and they play to our maximum, we've played at a higher level than any of them and beat teams at a higher level than that group of players they've got up. So that's what I mean. Away in Eindhoven, the back end of last season in Europe, we have done it against teams that are at a far higher level than any team in Scotland, and they have.
Yeah, well, you've got a point there. You can't argue with that, because we've had these big European nights and big results and all that. But then you've got to ask yourself, why can you not get up in Scotland? I mean, if you're wanting absolute massive nights in Europe, you've got to win the league. So if you win the league, it leads on to these big nights and big games that we've created and that we've had over the last 2 or 3 seasons. You can't. You know what my opinion is. I'm not going to go down that. It's all about winning. But see when you get right down to it, if you can play against them teams, the performances that we're putting in at Ibrox, whether they're against lesser teams, low block or whatever you want to call it, 10 men behind the ball, stuff whatever they do, you just get in, you find a way of getting around them, you find a way of sorting it out. And the league that we're looking at now, we're 9 behind, but we lost that 7 points. St Mirren, Livingston, St Johnstone. We should not, no matter who we put out, have lost the points there.
I agree.
And that's, you know, that's what's cost us this season. But after all the injuries and all that, you look at it, it's that bad week that's put us in this position. We'd have gone into this, it would have been 2. If we'd have won the game, we could have been 1. It's all ace there now, but that's you know, you've got to ask yourself why the players allowed that to do. And I believe that when they lost that was the time when I would say the majority of that team down tools on the manager. And that's why we lost their 7 points.
Right, all right.
So they're culpable as well.
Let's talk about the day's game. We'll go back. Right. If we play, we win. But we've got to play with the right. Who's going to be the leaders of the day? Coulson is arguably our leader, even though he's not our captain, Albert.
Exactly, mate. McGregor, as usual, will be one of the leaders. Tav, definitely. I think Davis will come to the forefront as well. I know he's quite quiet, but I think Jack certainly. Jack will certainly. He's going to lead for the front. There's no way Jack will hide in this game. I don't like the boy for playing for Scotland. I think he's injury prone. But one thing you don't accuse him of is bottling it. He tries every time. He really tries all the time. So there you are. I think boy Cantwell will stand up to it. I think Tillman will stand up to it as well. Remember in the cup final, that boy got 2 whacks right early in the doors. That's how much they fear that boy. They flew into him right away. The boy dwells in the ball today. He'll do it again, but the boy is a class act. The boy is a class act, no doubt about it. So these, I think Tillman's got a point to prove as well. So all these ones are definitely leaders for me. Definitely leaders for me. And then the rest of them, 4 of them, were in my shout.
Andy?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But see with Tillman though, that you mentioned there, Obi, you're right. After that second dunk, he was more or less waving Tillman to come and take him off. He didn't have the bottle for it. That's what I noticed in that one. But hopefully, like you say, he comes out today and wants to prove himself. He can score goals. There ain't no doubt about that. We get him in a position. I just want to. Somebody sticks a big one on him, get back up and stick a big one back on him. It might make people think. That's just normal, isn't it? Human standing up against human. Just get stuck into them. Don't be fear of them. There's nothing. They're just a human being, man. Just get stuck into them. Go for it. Show them what Rangers are all about. That's what we need to get right into them. Like,
you mean
right, I'm going to stay calm.
you mean retaliate first, Andrew?
I would like. Listen, the big tackle in any old firm game usually sets up, or used to do back in the day, set the tone. I think we've got to stop being too nice, as you always say, and stick one on them. Early doors, you're not going to get sent off unless it's a real bad one. Early doors, stick one on them, let them know that we're in the game,
I remember David Robertson thought that once. I think you've got to play with the heat, not the heart. Albert?
Yeah.
Aye, you got to be careful. You remember Andy, who's refereeing it? I do. Yeah, he'll be looking for any excuse to book Rangers players, any excuse, whatever. So you got to be careful. You got to compete, but you can't back away from it. You got to get in there and compete. But don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that.
I couldn't believe the referee was AK's cousin, Andy.
I'm not getting involved in that one. Jeremy, you'll be spitting there somewhere.
Yeah.
You see their chins will be flapping up and down, I'll tell you.
Thanks for sending me that information, Andy. It's always useful, isn't it, Albert?
I thought I'd be on the end of it somewhere.
You need to know what's what here, no? I mean, it's not.
I know my place, Albert. Don't worry about it. It's right at the bottom where my bars for kicking,
The other night when we started.
Tell me that, AK. He said that the last 3 games at Clancy's refereed with Rangers and them, as the Rangers have won. But it was Clancy that phoned him and tell him. Anyway, back on to serious business.
Hear it in your voice, Andy. You can hear it in your voice. I know how you feel.
Oh, listen, I so want this today, believe me. I mean, I'm like the big one is the cup game, because let's be honest, we win the cup game, we should win the cup. And that puts another trophy in the cabinet right enough. But I really do want this today, We've had some bad doings up there, Oxford, in the last couple of games, and I'll be honest with you, I mean, it appears that some of them games right enough. But come on, even the geese a heart, just geese a heart and have a right go, and if we get beat, right, fair enough. That's so be it. But go out there, leave nothing on the field.
We have lost there before, and we'll lose there again. That's fact. But sometimes, Albert, it's the way you lose, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. And this team's got a lot to prove. So if you go, as we say, and compete, and you get beat, well, fair enough. You died, you gave it all, but don't get beat the way you get beat in that cup final. That was ridiculous. That was just ridiculous. And they're better than that. They're better players than that. They're better men than that. So go in there and prove it today. Just compete. And you'll be surprised what happens when you actually compete with this mob, because they don't like competition, mate. None whatsoever. They just like everything to go their way and everything to fall their way. But if we're a club built on something different, we like the challenge. That's what we're all about. We like the competition, so let's get about it. I'm looking forward to this.
No, I always look forward to it, and then they get the ball on half, and then I stop looking forward to it, Andy, because
aye, it's a worry, isn't it? Right enough, but we said it. We can't say it any other than what we said it. We'll just get up there, stand up, be proud to put that jersey on, and get right into them. Let them know that this is a start. This is a starting marker for we're coming next season, getting things right. We can set a marker here today to let them know that. Right, you're in a right good. You're going to be in the semi-final as well, and then if we knock them out in that, then we can pick up the trophy. And that's what we need to do. Another trophy, and it gets Bale going forward. Gets his players that he thinks he's going to get, and then gets his other players. We go away and we'll all come back. We're ready to go again. But there's a lot of football we play. We've got to play them 3 times, and I want to beat them all the time. I want to win every 3 of them, all 3 of them. I said to you weeks ago, if we can win them 2 games in the league and not get beat, it won't look so bad in the way of the cup in the trophy room as well. You've got to keep thinking like that. Your heart, he tells you something about you. Your heart's going to always say, right, come on, I don't matter who we play, we're going to win. They don't always work like that, does it?
Aye. Listen, you need all games of football. The teams are close all day. You need a bit of luck, yeah.
Oh, of course. No, I mean every team needs luck. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, isn't it? Silly bounce, a ricochet, whatever. But you make your own luck, as they say. And if you're not up in the area, you're not going to score. So you've got to get up in the right areas to score, and to benefit from any luck that comes your way. So you never know. You never know, mate. But
we've reached that part of the show. We're going to get the last words for you before we go. But before that, we'll be joined by Billy. He wants a quick word, Billy.
How's it going, lads? All right? He's up for it?
Yes, thanks for that, Billy. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after. Hurry up, Billy.
Brilliant, Ox. Brilliant, mate. No, I was just looking at the side there, mate. I think it's a clever team he's set up. Unfortunately, Golson's injured. So I think it'll go for a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-5-1, and Tillman will drop in when they've got the ball to go to a 5 across the park, because I said in the show the other day, we need to starve them in the midfield. Don't give them the ball in the midfield. Then when we go forward, we'll break quick down either flank with Cantwell and Jack, and Tillman joining in with Morelos.
Cheers, Billy boy. Last word to your good self, Andy.
Great. Thanks for listening to me double on again, right? And also, I hope we get a good score and have a good day, boys. Pleasure being on.
I'm your therapist. Albert?
Compete and win. Come on, Rangers.
Yeah. Thanks to Bazza, David, and of course your Billy who popped in, just to his bed, I think. Thanks to Albert, and of course the one and only Andy for Leeds. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the show. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.